Hey everyone, welcome to another Pathfinder adventure card game scenario. This is scenario 6.5, the penultimate scenario in the entire campaign, or the second to last. So we have the shifting dunes at the start of your turn, shuffle any armors. No armors in my hand, advancing the blessings deck. First card we get is the Knot of Isis, Intelligence Arcane 11. Okay, let's go ahead and see if we acquire this boon. So okay, we rolled a 10, and Ahmotep's intelligence is D10 plus 1. So she acquires this boon. Pretty interesting. Looking at her hand, she has a Blessing of Ra. She'd like to keep it. It says, well, we're just going to go ahead and discard this card. Well, actually, we have the Reed Moccasin in our hand. It says discard this card to examine the top card of your location deck. You may then explore your location. Okay, we'll do that. We're going to use a Reed Moccasin ally. We're going to explore. Okay, so we examine this card, and then we can explore. Okay, so we examined it. Now we're going to explore. And of course, it is the henchman. So this henchman is immune to the mental and poison traits. Before you act, succeed at a Wisdom or Knowledge 9 check, or you are dealt 1d4 damage that may not be reduced, and then he's evaded. Wow. Okay, well, fortunately for Ahmotep, she got that power here a while ago, where it says here, you may attempt a knowledge or diplomacy check. When you attempt a knowledge or diplomacy check, you may recharge a card to add its adventure deck number. So fortunately for Ahmotep, she has in her hand, she has a Spite Cloud spell, which is level 5. So she's going to recharge that, and she's going to do a knowledge check. Her knowledge is only a D4 though. So, and let's go see where it goes. Okay, so we rolled a 4. 4 plus 5 is 9. Okay, so we succeeded at that check. So now we can go ahead and go straight to the combat. So immune to mental and poison. In my hand I have an Ice Storm spell. So I'm going to use the Ice Storm spell. I also have a Blessing of Ra. Using that, so I get to roll 2d10. Assembling my dice here, plus 3d8. And I'm going to recharge the Anubis staff so that I can go ahead and roll an additional d12. Okay. So rolling all this. Let's see. Alright, so we get a total of 10, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 23, and 7 is 30. We get to add plus 3 to that roll. So glad we added all that stuff. So we succeeded in defeating the henchman. So if defeated, you may immediately attempt to close the location this henchman came from. Okay, well, pretty cool. Only reason we got that henchman was due to Ahmotep's special power there. I'm rolling to see if I recharge the Ice Storm spell. I rolled a 3 plus 3, so that gets banished. So I have the option now of, let's see, I have the option of closing this location. So in order to do so, I need to defeat the Giant Sand Eel. So Giant Sand Eel states the difficulty to defeat is increased by twice the scenario's adventure deck number. So wow, this is scenario 6, so it's 12. So that means that to defeat this creature, I need a total of 23. So in my hand, I just have a Staff of Focus. So it says for your combat check, reveal this card to use your strength plus 1d6. So using all that stuff here, I mean, the most I would be able to roll defeating the giant sandworm right now, or the giant sand eel. So I would be able to roll a d6 and a d8. So that would be 8, 14, 15, 16, 17. So the highest I can roll right now is 17, and I'll need a 22. So unfortunately, closing the location isn't an option. So that kind of sucks. Resetting my hand to get through this scenario, then we're going to have to close this location. Advancing the blessings deck. So we get a Cure spell. We'll see if I acquire that. Wisdom Divine. Okay, so I rolled a 2. My Wisdom is +2, so 4. I will go ahead and recharge the Knot of Isis so that I get the Cure spell. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use the Cure spell right away. So I rolled a 3. I get 3 cards, and I have exactly 3 cards in my discard pile. So they get shuffled back into my deck. I'm shuffling them in right now. Okay, that's pretty cool. I always like acquiring the Cure spells. So since Ahmotep does not have the Divine skill, she has to banish this card. So it gets banished. In my hand I have Idori. I'm going to use Idori right now. I'm going to discard her to explore my location. And we get Final Knights. So we didn't examine this card. It's an elite spell, or elite barrier. So Wisdom, Intelligence, Charisma, Diplomacy. My Charisma is D6 + 4. So we'll just go ahead and go with that. So I rolled a 6, + 4 is 10. So this barrier is banished for the entire campaign. Let's see, we will just go ahead now and reset our hand, advance the Blessings deck, and we get the Magma Spirit. Alright, so another check to defeat combat 9. Immune to fire trait. I don't have the cold trait. Before you act, each character at your location is dealt 1 fire damage. Okay, I have the Dijin Favor Amulet. So I'm going to recharge the Dijin Favor Amulet, and then I get to recharge a random card from my discard pile, which is Idori. So pretty cool. So we don't take that damage there. And now I have to do a combat 9. I have the Explorer's Staff in my hand. So I'll go ahead and just roll a melee check plus a d6. And let's see. Am I going to get a 9 out of that? I get to roll a +2. Yeah, we'll just keep it at that. Alright, so I rolled a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I could get it up to a 6, 7. Fortunately, I have a Blessing of Khepri in my hand. Didn't think I'd need to use it, but I can turn that 1 into a 6. So now, I do defeat the Magma Spirit. It's a basic card. It's interesting how that basic card still put up a fight. Alright, resetting the hand. Advancing the Blessings deck. Alright, we get this Elite Barrier. So, Charisma, Diplomacy 8. Well, my Charisma is D6 + 4. I'll use a Blessing of Ra just to be on the safe side. 2d6. So, more than enough. This barrier is banished for the entire campaign. Resetting the hand, advancing the Blessings deck. Okay, we get this fun fellow. So the Construct, immune to the attack and the mental traits. Wow. So if undefeated. Okay, so it has a if undefeated effect. So I do have a Staff of Focus, which does not have the attack trait. So I can use my Strength skill, which is a D8, and I can use a D6, and then I can recharge an Anubis Staff, so that I can go ahead. Actually, you know what? With this guy, he looks a little trouble. He looks he's going to be difficult. I'm going to use my Explorer's Staff, and I'm going to discard it. The Explorer's Staff does not have the attack trait. So it's going to be a D8 plus 2d6. So D8, 2d6. I'm also going to recharge an Anubis Staff, so I can roll a D12. Alright, we'll see where that goes. Alright, so we got 5, 8, 16, 20, more than enough. Don't have to worry about the if undefeated effect. Resetting the hand, advancing the Blessings deck. We get a Cloud Elemental. Okay, this is an Ally 5. I'd really like to get this card. Outsider, Elemental Electricity. Still looking at the Shifting Dune effect about armors. Haven't gotten an armor yet. So let's go ahead and just roll a straight up D6 for the Wisdom. Alright, so I rolled a 3 plus 2 is 5. I could make that 7. So unfortunately we do not attract this Cloud Elemental. He drifts away. Advancing the Blessings deck, and we get the Daba. Hey, we get a little old doggy. Maybe the little old doggy is trying to return to us now that the campaign is almost completed. Wisdom check is D6 plus 2, so roll a 4. I could recharge a card to acquire this little doggy, but as it is, we'll have the little doggy scamper off for the rest of the campaign. Alright, we're doing really good with our explorations. 3 cards in the Blessings deck, advancing the Blessings deck, and we get a Kopish. Alright, well that's fitting too, because Ahmotep started the game, or the campaign, with a Kopish. So Melee, let's see if she gets it, acquires this card. 2, so nope, the Kopish stays unacquired. And now there are no cards in the location deck. We can attempt to summon and defeat the giant sand eel. And now we will, because we have a Spike Cloud in our hand. Spike Cloud. So it says for your combat check, discard this card to use your arcane skill plus 4d6. Okay, feeling pretty good about that. Arcane skill plus 4d6. Arcane skill is a d10. I'm also going to recharge the Staff of Focus so I can add an additional d12. Alright, and we'll see what we get here. So I needed a total of 23. So I get 10 and 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, and 4. 22 and 4 is 26, so we needed a 23. So we have succeeded in defeating the giant sand eel, and hence the location is closed. Alright, don't have to really roll to see if I recharge the Spiked Cloud, because I have many cards in my library. So let's go ahead and do a deck check here. Alright, location is closed, dice are over here. So let's go take a quick look. The reward for that scenario was actually the Kepish of Refuge. So I'm really happy about that, because here, this is a level 6 loot. So let's go ahead and do a deck check here. Looking at all of, she also acquired the Knot of Isis, but it's only a level 3 spell. It might be useful, I mean, who knows. So let's go ahead. Blessings over there, blessing, weapon up there. Okay, deck check time. So now that she's got that interesting Kepish, or that type of armor. That was actually an armor, but I'll dig that out in just a bit. So here's the deck check. Dun, 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 dun. And this was actually a piece of armor here. So we're going to go to our trader friend, the good old merchant, Hayden Hoppert. We're going to see what kind of spells he's got to trade to us. Randomly doing a random 10 here. Okay, so 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so we get the Dune of Doom, and looking for another 4 or 5 level spell. Let's see, 4 or 5 level spell, where are you? 4 or 5 level spell. Randomly trying to find a level 4 or 5 spell. Difficult, I got one of them, the Dune of Doom. Level 4 or 5, come on. 4 or 5, level 4, okay, or we get the Canopic Conversion. So Hayden Hoppert is offering these 2 spells. Let's go ahead and zoom in there. Hey, there we go. So obviously we don't like this one. He was trying to trade us this one before. Not really a big fan. It's not useful against undead. So we'll definitely go ahead and trade him the Dune of Doom. What we're going to do is we're going to trade him our new loot card, and we're probably going to get rid of a Sirocco spell, because we have 2 of these. So I think what I'm going to do is get the Dune of Doom, trade him the Sirocco and the Kepish, so that we acquire that. Okay, so that is the state of Ahmotep's deck. A lot of good cards, and I will have the next scenario up shortly, which will be the final scenario of the campaign. Alright, well thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed that scenario, and I'll have another scenario up shortly. Alright, thank you.